What is going on, everybody?
Something fell off my desk. Sorry.
We're live. Jay's not ready to go, apparently. I thought he was throwing up or something. I thought he was just hurling into a trash can right there. What's up? Yeah, what is going on, Jay? I feel like this is going to be kind of a wild show because I actually feel extremely overstimulated right now. I've had a fuck ton of coffee today. I had errands to run and shit before. Like my adrenaline's fucking pumping. Caffeine is hitting hard. How are you doing this morning, Jay?
I'm feeling good too, man. Feeling good. Had a great early show. Had a nice workout early in the morning. It's nice and cool out here in Orlando. Ready to start the day. It's ready to start the daily, I guess.
Ready to start the daily, the Geeks and Gamers Daily. Well, welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily in the morning. It is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, which means I got to have some kind of Mexican food today.
Man, we got to, man. Chimichangas, chalupas.
Bro, fried chimichangas are the shit. I love chimichangas. That's usually that will usually be my go-to if I go to a Mexican restaurant.
Quesadillas are my absolute favorite. Chicken quesadillas with cheese,
that's all right, yeah.
Those are my favorite. I even like them on Taco Bell.
Just give me some of that rice, some of those beans.
I'm ready.
And about 3 fucking baskets of chips, okay?
Yes.
3 baskets of chips.
Or salsa? What are we doing?
I'm a salsa guy for the most part. Guac is fine, but I can eat a little bit of guac here and there. That's fine, and maybe on something, but I'm a salsa man, Jay. I'm a salsa man. Not to dance so much, although I'd love to learn.
I am too. I like salsa. I like the little drip. Nothing against guacamole, but I like when you pick this, it drips a little bit, you know? I like it.
Look, there's so many different kinds. What I don't like, Jay, are like the fancy Mexican places where their salsa is basically just chunks.
Yeah, chunks of tomatoes. Yeah.
Fuck you. Nobody wants that, right? Yeah. Nobody wants pico de fucking gallo as salsa, right? What you want is something that's a little more liquidy. You know, you have a couple chunks in there, but that's kind of salsa I like.
I agree with you. I agree. I like that. I like that kind of salsa. Sometimes they have a little spice, a little tang, sometimes a little mango, a little this. But yeah, big buttload of chips, man. That's it. Put it right in front of me and start bringing out everything. Sizzling.
Oh, like fajitas and stuff like that?
Fajitas and stuff with a little shrimp and steak. Bring it out. Cinco de Mayo. Revenge of the Sith Day.
Cinco de Drinko.
You know, yesterday was May the 4th.
It was.
Star Wars Day. And I remember you telling me yesterday, you were like, Galaxy's Edge, Hollywood Studios is going to be full. And for a blink of a half a second, I didn't believe you, because never in my wildest, I have never, since I've been covering theme parks, have seen Hollywood Studios. That's the one park that never really hits capacity. It's kind of like the park that people don't really go to as much. They'd rather go to Epcot or Magic Kingdom. And then when I checked, I was like, holy crap, you're right. It's at capacity. And
Yeah.
Not only was it at not only was it at capacity, it was really at I mean, I have never seen so many people
Yeah.
at Galaxy's Edge for the lightsaber ceremony. This is unbelievable.
I tried to tell you, Jay, and
I
you
didn't think
didn't
it would
you
be
didn't
this
believe
bad.
me. You're like, Ryan sits through these theme park things with me, but he doesn't actually know what he's talking about. Just because I haven't gone doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about, Jay.
I hear you.
I have inside sources that give me scoops about what's going on. You know,
So
I know everything about these theme parks. So I did know it was going to be packed. I knew it was going to be crowded. There were people like because they shut down the park. They shut down
yeah.
Galaxy's Edge because it was at capacity. There were people sneaking through the shrubbery, right,
Yes.
to get in there for this.
Yes. And I'm looking at like these pictures. It's just like this guy put an Ewok up on a stick to hold it up at the Millennium Falcon. And they all come there. I couldn't believe how crazy packed it was. I've never in my life, even May the 4th days in the past, I've actually been to one of them just to see. And basically all they do is you go there and you have your lightsaber and you do like a little here, I'll show you. This is exactly what these people were waiting for all night. This is here in Orlando. For the big thing that they do right before the park closes. Right here.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
The force is with us.
So people waited up to 4 hours is what I'm reading there for the sun to go down so that either Ray or whoever else they had there at Orlando, it wasn't the original trilogy, to come out and give them a speech to say and then ignite their sabers as one and then told to leave the park.
Yeah. And look, the thing is, the thing is, this should have been the way it is on nearly every day.
Correct.
Right. And that's kind of the frustrating part when you see a lot of this stuff. Like the only reason it happened is because it is May the 4th and because they had all these special events and things like that. This is the way that it should be all the time there.
Correct.
It should be like this every night. And instead of just a couple nights a year where they do a special thing, and it's really not even so much about the land itself, it's about everybody gathering together. Like that's kind of what these things are more about. If you've like paid attention to them. But yeah, it's it just goes to show how disappointing the land was in general, and just what a big swing and a miss they had.
I couldn't agree more. And to tell you the truth, they here in Orlando, they didn't really offer anything that special. They offered a new type of milk you can get now. Instead of the blue or green, you could now drink the pink milk. Don't even ask me where that comes from. But they have a pink milk that they're selling for $11 next to the blue milk and green. I have not tried it. That's very expensive, but I don't want to know. And they did offer like special cupcakes and cookies and stuff like that there. But I just, hey man, I get you're having a great time and you're out there. Good on you. But that I just couldn't imagine like standing there for 4+ hours. The rides were just like, I don't even think people could get on the rides because it was so backed up. But I mean,
yeah, it's not really what people were there for.
Yeah. So it's just, there you have it.
Bum 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 da da dun, dun
Galaxy's
dun,
Edge.
dun,
Haven't seen this much activity in a long time.
Dun.
Crazy.
Yeah. See, Jay doubted me, right? Jay doubted me. He didn't believe me. I saw the look in his eyes when I told him that Hollywood Studios was like, at capacity.
I just because I've seen like the other May 4th celebrations, and a lot of people they just go on the day. Like I've never seen where they closed off the park where they wouldn't let anybody in. where it was that packed. So that was kind of a shock. I'll be honest. You were right again.
Well,
Who am I to doubt?
acknowledge me.
I did. You were right.
Thanks,
Again.
Jay. Stormbreaker. Ryan, may the 4th be with you. Oh, shit. That was yesterday. My bad. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Steak, tacos, and tequila. Ryan, would you be Mexican with me for one day? Ole. Yeah, I'll be Mexican for a day. That's fine. But I love Mexican food. I'm not steak tacos. I'm not huge on getting steak tacos anywhere because the steak that you get is so hit or miss depending on the place.
Yeah.
I typically am going to go with chicken tacos or ground beef tacos because you know exactly what you're getting.
100%.
Like the steak ones, it's so hit or miss, man.
Could be overcooked, could be raw, could be chewy. Yeah. And if you're chewing that thing, you can't bite the whole taco and you're like pulling out the long piece of steak. I've seen it.
Exactly. That's why ground beef, even look, Taco Bell, it could be dog food. I don't know. It tastes good. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Right. It's all that matters to me. Throw some fire sauce on it. It'll be perfectly fine. Dumb Old Bear breaking. Ariana Rose Phillip to star in the new Ryan Kindle biopic, My Name's Not Rick, coming to Netflix spring 2027. They need to buy the rights from me. They haven't contacted me about that yet.
Did you see the Met Gala? I don't know if we were talking about that today. Did you see
I wasn't planning
one?
because I saw so little about it, but I saw a handful of the weird costumes and shit.
Did you see the ultimate? Like,
no.
Hold on. If you didn't see this, brother, we have hit the next generation. Like, this is the ultimate boss of box checking diversity. This is real. Black, transgender woman with quadriplegic cerebral palsy signed
Quadriplegic cerebral palsy
signed to a major agency, breaking barriers with every step. Right there. Quadriplegic. Signed to an agency. Black, transgender, woman, crippled, sick. All in one.
And retarded.
All one. Like, that's the final boss. That's what everyone's talking about. What's the pronoun? Them is probably going to play Stephen Hawkins in a movie. Probably what's going to happen.
You did not use my proper pronouns.
How do we get to this place in life where that? How do we get to this?
Due to my disability, I cannot self-dilate.
Jeez.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bro, do you want to? No, I'm not going to show it.
Show it.
So this is that. This is the. Sorry, I'm not laughing. Kind of. This is the modeling pictures. It's behind the scenes of the modeling pictures.
Well, what? What? I don't really know how to react to this, to be honest. Like, bro, the fucking arm is like, the arm's driving me crazy. Aren't I sexy? Oh, it looks weird. It's like, bro, when you're born like that, right, just think about this. You're born like this. You got cerebral palsy. You're black, right? So, but some things that may make it a little tougher in life. And then what do you decide to do? Cut your fucking dick off. You made it worse for yourself. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Man. Well,
bring on the meteor.
Good on you.
Asteroid. Alex Aircave, Taco Tuesday. It's, oh my gosh. Cinco de Mayo's on Taco Tuesday today, Jay.
That's right.
I'm
Maybe
high.
there's some good left in this world.
Happy Cinco on Taco Tuesday. There you go.
Look at
So,
that.
that's right, Master Austin. See, the chat's so on board with this stuff. They sent these before like the stream even started, and we're so late on the uptake, Jay.
Yeah.
Master Austin with a gifted membership. Thank you, Master Austin. Stormbreaker. Ryan, no BS. Friends and family will be at a Mexican restaurant in East Orlando tonight. You're welcome to come, brother. Steak tacos and tequila whiskey on me.
Dang, I'm right here too.
So you can send me a message so I know where you're going. I don't know if I can make it out. I do appreciate the invite. East Orlando, though. You trying to get me fucking killed, Stormbreaker? Fucking East Orlando. Some rough spots out there, Jay.
Oh yeah.
Rough spots.
If you come across any road that says Pine Hills, leave as quickly as possible. It's the worst part of Orlando.
If it meant Star Wars being free at Disney, would you give Dave Filoni a foot massage or have a sleepover with him and play Nightcrawlers? Nightcrawlers. Look, Tiggs, I usually fucking despise you so much, but the fucking Nightcrawlers reference, all right, you get a couple more days of like grace from me because of that. And Always Sunny in Philadelphia Nightcrawlers reference. All right. You know, a foot massage, I obviously do not want to. If that's all I had to do was give like a 15-minute foot massage to get Star Wars free of Disney, I think I probably would genuinely.
Take it for the team?
Yeah. Now, if you're asking me to like fuck him or fuck Kathleen Kennedy, that was always the thing. No. If you're talking about a foot massage, I would be like scarred for life, but I would do it. Like, that's not sex. I would probably do it to save Star Wars. Ned Steeler, may the 5th be with you. Burp. Thanks, Ned Steeler. Glosser, 2 grilled chicken chimichangas, no veggies. A la carte, rice and beans, keep the chips coming. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sounds good. Keep that pathetic excuse for a salad off my plate. Yeah, I know. Like, I do hate it when they do. Like, I never say just don't put it on there. I'll just let them do whatever. But just the random fucking lettuce and tomatoes that they throw on this. What am I going to do with this? Fucking. And the key point, I saw somebody, I think maybe Mego brought it up earlier, queso, with queso all over the top of that chimichanga and chips in it.
Yeah. Yep.
We are working ourselves into a fucking frenzy.
I know. I'm trying not to think about it. Or I'm just going to I have an internet accident.
What does that mean?
Oh, my internet might go out and I can't finish the show while I go get some food.
Oh, internet accident. Mexa Rage, always get a burrito with rice, beans, cheese, and carne asada and a large horchata. Always hits the right spot. Anyway, happy Cinco de Mayo. James Cucks sucks. This show's got some weird energy today, Jay.
Yes, it does.
The Singing Tigs, pollo con chorizo, grilled chicken breast layered with bacon chorizo and white cheese sauce. You're welcome. Fuck thick salsa, white cheese sauce, the goat. White cheese, I usually like to get salsa and fucking a side of cheese. Like, that's what I usually do when I order. For sure. Peter Constable, I got more out of Ryan humming the Star Wars theme than 90% of Disney Star Wars. Kingdom Hearts Gamer for 5. Pink milk is lesbian milk. I don't want to know where that comes from.
I don't know. It's a thing. Pink milk now. You can buy in Star Wars land.
They have alcohol in it, though, right?
You can offer to get alcohol in it, yeah. You could pay an extra, like $7, I think. It's ridiculous.
Well, look. If you can put alcohol in it, I'll probably drink it.
I hear you.
Andre CR for 10. La cucaracha. Ya no puedo caminar. Porque la falta, porque no tiene una pata para andar. Ah! I don't know what I'm saying. Is that how the song actually goes? I only know La Cucaracha.
Yeah, just for reference, since we keep bringing it up, this is just what it looks like. That's the pink milk. 10.43 after taxes.
It
Look at that
tastes
little
like strawberry banana with a small hint of coke. Doesn't sound too bad. I don't need the coconut. Just do strawberry banana, bros.
The reason why they made this is because no one's buying the others. They had like the whole stand there, and no one wants that other milk. So they're like, let's just make a new one. Maybe we could sell something.
Green milk, blue milk,
Yeah,
red milk, pink milk,
pink.
whatever. Ryan, you need to improve your Spanish? Fuck you, Razor Burn. I'm fucking white. What do you want from me? Mexa Rage for 2. I got a Mexa place I've been going to for years. Nice. Stormbreaker for 2. Ryan, ground beef and chicken tacos are for gringos. Yeah, it is. Guess who keeps your fucking Mexican restaurants alive, motherfuckers? It's white people. Okay? You know who's not going to the Mexican restaurants? The Mexicans. It is us white folk who are keeping the Mexican restaurants alive. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and when the waiter leaves, we always go, gracias. See, I know a little.
You know what?
Gracias.
You know what really grinds my gears, Jay?
What?
What grinds my gears is when people go to a fucking Mexican restaurant or whatever, and they try to pronounce the things super super Spanish wise, you know? Like I'm not going to go in there and be like, "Hey, can I get a quesadilla?" I'm not one of those.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Hey, can I get a quesadilla?" You have the people that go in there. It's like, "Can I get a quesadilla?"
Yeah,
and
their
like,
accent changes.
Yeah. And I'm like, "What the fuck do you think you are? Stop it! Like, what are you doing? Shut the
And
fuck
then you
up!"
go, poquito.
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
I know a little. Poquito. And then the Spanish player, they're like, yeah, see. We got another wild one out here. I hope it's good.
Megs Rage, if you got one, go to a Taco Meach. Amazing tacos. Don't know if I've ever seen that. GraphWeb for 2. In the name of all that is holy, cancel Disney Plus. Thanks, GraphWeb. Stormbreaker for 2. Ryan, how do I message you? Good part, East Orlando. Instagram, Twitter, something like that. Jason Nelson for 2. Are y'all mild, medium, or hot? I'm usually hot.
I'm medium.
I'm usually hot.
I don't mind a mild either.
Mild is, to me, mild is not enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fractal Mage, I work at a liquor store, Ryan. Can you hook me up, or what is this all about? Are you gonna slip me something? Can I get a discount? Is that
And Ryan's getting all the love today, man. Invited to Mexican restaurants, free liquor.
That's right. I could see the disappointment in Jay's eyes when I got invited.
And my channel's still demonetized. Oh well.
Look, Jay, my life sucks sometimes. All right, give me a day. give me a fucking day when everyone's on my side. All right.
I'm always on your side, man. Come on.
I know. I wanted to talk a little bit more about Disney Star Wars, because yesterday was Disney Star Wars Day, and we talked about it. We talked about some of the information that came out about how many people are watching Star Wars and the amount of Star Wars things that are watched on May the 4th and blah, blah, blah. All of these different things as Disney used May the 4th in a desperate attempt to try to win fans over again and say, thank you to the greatest fans in the universe, which was just how ironic, Jay. We talked about this. How ironic is it that Star Wars is celebrating the greatest fans in the galaxy? May the 4th be with you. When in reality, Lucasfilm under Disney has done everything in its power to not only alienate fans, but also insult them and bully the fuck out of them all the time. If you don't like the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, well, it's these racist, toxic fans. Kathleen Kennedy talking about that's toxic, sexist, racist fan base.
Yeah.
But now we're celebrating you guys. Please come watch The Mandalorian and Grogu, everyone. But the one thing that came out of this more than anything else was kind of what we talked about yesterday a little bit. The streaming numbers that came out for Star Wars from last year's May the 4th, that showed no one's watching the sequel trilogy, not even on Disney Star Wars Day. Star Wars streaming viewership numbers prove no one's watching the sequel trilogy or The Acolyte. And, you know, we had a big breakdown of all the amount of metrics of people that watched what on Disney Plus over 2025 when it came to Star Wars. But then this is the chart that really made the rounds. I think a lot of people misinterpreted what this chart was, period, thinking that it was for like the totality of the year or whatever. No, specifically on May 4th last year, Star Wars Day last year. And this chart is a little bit misleading for things like Andor and even, I believe, Rogue One, because Andor had just released new episodes at this point. So obviously there were a lot of people watching Andor because it was a new release, and including watching Rogue One because Andor was tying into Rogue One at that point. But the main takeaway from this was, despite those two outliers, because they were releasing at the time, none of the Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy movies made the cut. Not even in the top 10, not even something like Force Awakens could break into the top 10 for the most streamed Star Wars titles on Disney Star Wars Day last year, which is quite an indictment.
I wonder if someone is seeing those numbers and they're deciding to maybe slowly back away from the sequel, even though it was in the Mando and Grogu teaser trailer. They did have Rey in there.
Well,
but yeah, this rumor here, right?
Like this
rumor.
Rumor: Disney to remove Star Wars sequel trilogy from the timeline, resume focus on original characters. Jay, you know how I feel about these stories and these fucking rumors.
Yeah.
And you might know how I feel about it because I've been talking about it for the past fucking 6 years every time a bullshit story like this comes out. There's no doubt that they have stopped focusing so much on the sequel trilogy characters and things like that. But let's just be real. The idea that they're going to remove this from the timeline, this is one of those stories that goes out there every fucking year. It gets resurrected. Every fucking year it comes out. Oh, this is happening. It never happens, and it's not going to happen. But what it does is it shows how unpopular the sequel trilogy is and how much fucking desperate hope that people cling to for this. And it's just strange that this rumor comes out on the same exact day that they include, for no fucking reason, they did not have to do this, but for their May the 4th Star Wars Day, their thing in conjunction with promoting The Mandalorian, they include Rey and Luke Skywalker from The Last Jedi of all places.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that rumor might have got a little speed because of what Marvel's doing? Isn't Doomsday coming out and basically, I'm not saying they're erasing a lot of stuff, but aren't they like saying, yeah, this kind of takes place like right after Endgame, you know, and we're just going to move forward from there. And they'll probably work around maybe some of the stuff. I mean, look, we're going to have Falcon as Captain America. So clearly it's not a retcon, but you wonder if they're just kind of doing a pivot and being like, yeah, all that stuff's over there. And it kind of happened, but from Doomsday forward, we're going to go this way in like our storytelling and stuff like that. Do you think maybe the Marvel thing might, and Star Wars fans were like, if they did that with Marvel, maybe we can get a little shift?
Well, certainly. And I do think that we've already kind of seen that in a way in terms of the different stories that are coming out, the focus on different eras and stuff. I'm sure they thought that there'd be a ton of opportunities to do a bunch of spin-offs from all these sequel characters. But let's also keep in mind, again, we've heard this for fucking years.
That's true.
Remember this bullshit about Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni versus Kathleen Kennedy? All the bullshit that came out.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mandalorian's going to rewrite the sequel trilogy. And what did from the very fucking beginning, the entire overarching plot when it comes to the Mandoverse and the Mandalorian in general is about setting up the First Order for the sequel trilogy. It didn't have to be in there. They could have made the show without those things, but that's what it's about. That's what it always has been about. Guess when Starfighter takes place? Right after the fucking sequel trilogy. So these things that are currently in production are connected to that. And this incessant fucking rumor that persists because people are so desperate for hope I just don't think it's very realistic. Never has been. You know, guess what's happening in Galaxy's Edge? They're introducing the OG characters, Luke, Han, and Leia. You know what they're doing with it? It's still all wrapped around this sequel trilogy planet city that they fucking created. And it's in continuity, and they're going out of their way to make it in continuity with all this stuff. Like, they can't ignore it, but they're never going to erase it.
Correct.
Right? That's a different thing. The idea that, hey, we're going to throw Luke, Han, and Leia and a couple more things, we're going to put a little more focus on them, is very different than the idea of them erasing it from fucking canon. Especially when your entire Mandoverse saga has been leading up to and setting up the sequel arcs. And it's something that a lot of like Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau fucking stands, the people who thought they're the saviors of fucking Star Wars while they're just fucking jerking off and putting out dog shit, mediocre garbage, right? A lot of them felt they were convinced that they were going to do something to retcon the sequels. And then what is the entire Mandoverse? It's setting up the elements for the sequel trilogy to happen. But I don't know. It's just so ironic that this rumor comes out on the very same day that they use Rey and Luke to promote the fucking Mandalorian movie.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
The idea that these things, and it's a persistent rumor that's taken over 5 years. Remember when they introduced Force healing in The Mandalorian the week before Rise of Skywalker came out, that it was coordinated and so that the release would be that, so that would have been introduced. So then when you see it at Rise of Skywalker, there had already been precedent. It's always been linked together, man. It has always been linked together.
So what if like Starfighter does extremely well and they want to pivot and just head that direction, you know? Even though like, so I guess what I'm saying is, do you think it could be possible that the sequel trilogies and those characters will always exist?
Yes.
But they could pull a Marvel and just say, yeah, they're over here, but our focus is going to be here now, and we're going to go forward. And every once in a blue moon, they make a mention, you know, because maybe once Mandalorian is wrapped up and done, like even if we get a season 4 and Ahsoka and all that could literally close the book sort of on that story. And if they go into another direction.
So what I think is that,
you know what I mean?
What I've said for ever since the sequels got over and they, you know, left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, what I said they should do is move way forward in the future or way back in the past, preferably way forward in the future.
Yeah.
Where you can just tell us stories within this universe and you don't have to desperately try to connect it and rely on people's nostalgia. Now, if they could write good stories, maybe they could do that. I think they're going to be reluctant because, look, especially, even more so now with the people in charge being Dave Filoni, even more so than the previous head, desperately reliant on fucking cameos and tie-ins to all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I have not watched Maul Shadow Lord, but I've seen some clips going around of fucking what happened in the finales and everything. And oh, shocker, Darth Vader fought Darth Maul. It's like, bro, you guys just cannot get out of your own way. Dave Filoni is like a child playing with his fucking action figures, like a 6-year-old playing with his action figures. Oh, look, Darth Maul, Darth Vader are gonna fight. And that's cool when you're fucking 6 years old and you're in your fucking room. When you're in charge of the fucking universe and don't understand the ramifications of continuing to trot Darth Vader out there just to not win, just to have someone escape from him, just to be defeated in some way, right? You don't realize that you're lessening his impact every fucking time it happens.
Bro, there's a clip that was going around of Darth Maul, and he like has a flashback of being trained by Palpatine. And I think Palpatine ends up killing his brother and like one of the rebels. I can't remember.
Savage Opress.
And then Darth Maul starts crying like a little child. He just starts crying about thinking about his memories. So I was like, yeah, I feel like they're trying to make him. I don't watch the show, so I could be way off. Like they're just trying to make him like an anti-hero. So, you know, not a bad guy, not a good guy, but he's just, you know, just trying to survive in a galaxy far, far away.
overall, I just think the current state of Star Wars, what we saw on May the 4th and all these like data, it just is further proof that Disney is so radically fucked this up because
Yeah.
you see more posts about people complaining about like the state, like Disney really made me apathetic towards Star Wars. And that's what I think of now on May the 4th. You see far more of those than you see people just celebrating.
Correct.
Because that's kind of what it's about.
Correct.
Kind of what it's about now. But anyway, what are you gonna do, Jay? There's nothing that pisses me off more than talking about Disney Star Wars.
But the people love it.
What people?
The people in the chat, they love it. They love when you talk about Disney Star Wars.
The people in the chat? Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've been asked to fucking watch Maul Shadow Lord. I will watch it eventually. I promise.
It's all done, right? I think it's all wrapped up. So you could binge through it, I guess, if you had to.
I think so. I think so. Darth Maul's the kind of character that the less you see and know about him, the better. Yeah, Darth Maul appeared in 5 or 6 minutes of screen time in The Phantom Menace, and he was massively fucking popular, and everybody thought he was badass and cool and whatever. Now, Darth Maul has had 3.5 hours of fucking screen time in Star Wars, and especially when you have people in control like Dave Filoni, who think that they're fucking savants, but really they're just idiots.
Yeah.
And you just completely have tried to desperately turn this character into something he was never intended to be. And to me, I don't know why anyone would be interested in more Maul. It's just the same dog shit over and over again.
When they could have created, if they had to, another cooler character if they really wanted a villain. Instead of bringing these people back from the dead.
Well, I mean,
there's characters that already exist out there that they haven't even touched.
Well, you'd think, Jay, but I think they're too scared. They're too scared to go out a limb. They got to bring back these characters that they think are just like guaranteed smash hits.
But if you own crypto, don't be too scared. Have a wallet that's secure.
That's right, Jay. What a great transition into Rumble Wallet. And certainly things are a little bit scary out there right now. The state of the world, geopolitically, economically, all of these things. So you want to make sure that you have control over your money, that you're not relying on some bank that can unperson you because you don't have the right opinion. That's becoming more and more prevalent over the past couple of years. And that's one of the reasons that Rumble made Rumble Wallet. And a question everyone should be asking is how much control you have over your money right now. Because technology, it's changed everything. Even though it started as a niche that Jay got in on way before some other people did.
Yeah.
It is on top of crypto. Not the dog, the currency. He's no Dave Filoni. All right, let's get that straight.
Yeah.
But it's been mainstream for a while. Faster payments, more control, fewer middlemen, as Gary would say. This isn't hype. It's just where things have gone. And starting today is easier than you think. That's where Rumble Wallet comes in. And if you guys are interested in Rumble Wallet, you can scan the QR code that's on top of Jay's skull right now, or you can click the link in the description below. You can buy Bitcoin, stable coins, even digital gold backed by real gold, all in one place. Setup simple. You can use your debit card, credit card, bank account, and be up and running in minutes. You can start small. You don't have to shove all your money in there all at once. You can just do $10 and just kind of see what it's like and see how it is, experiment with it a little bit. And once you're set up, you can tip your favorite creators like Geeks and Gamers, like Drunk 3PO, like Nerdrotic, even over on D-Day Cobra, I guess, if you want to. And once you're set up, it's easy. Do it now. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description, download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. Take control of your money. Get started with Rumble Wallet today. Rumble Wallet's been a big help for Jay going through this demonetization.
Yeah, it has actually. And also, like we were talking about early on my morning show, a lot of people that had Coinbase wallet. Coinbase just announced today that they're firing close to like 800 employees and replacing them all with AI, and the whole wallet thing is going to change into an AI thing. We went through the whole like
that's crazy
announcement that they did. Yeah. So everything is changing. They even talk about the AI agents that are going to be working for the customer and all. I'm like, man, couldn't even understand half the stuff they were saying that the AI agents is going to do to the accounts if you had Coinbase. So, and then I watched the Odyssey trailer, and I was even more sad.
We'll get to that in a second. Put on corpse for 2. Ryan, what you do if you were an octopus?
Stay away from that guy from The Boys, that's for sure.
The Deep. If I was an octopus, they can like camouflage and shit and hide, right?
Squirt ink on people.
Ink some motherfuckers. I don't know.
I see Ben in the chat. I think he eats octopi.
Octopi? Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'd eat myself, but I know I could be a cannibal. Pokey for 5. This show's amazing with all the Mexican food talk. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, same.
Wolf to Mexico. I refuse to speak Spanish in America on principle. I'm not opposed to like knowing other languages, but like I would like to be fluent in Spanish. I would love to have a better understanding of languages. It's just not something that I'm great at.
Ryan was very impressed with my sign language technique as we spoke to deaf lesbians at Universal Studios riding Kong.
That was a while ago. Have you been on Kong since they shifted it from 3D to normal?
Yeah, it's not the same.
I kind of like it more. It doesn't make me as sick. Mozamboni, crunchy tacos are called gringos in Mexico. The more you know. Hey. We Mexican prefer a few whiteys didn't try to. Barry Dixon Butts for 5. In VA, we get white sauce. The rest of the country's missing out. I've had white sauce. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we have white sauce here.
You think you're fucking special in Virginia? Like, I lived in Virginia for 4.5 years. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, it's getting worse, sadly.
Barry Dixon Butts. Mako Gray Cat. 3 double stacked tacos, nachos with cheese, cinnamon twist, and a Diet Coke. Sister husband, and get a whole box of tacos in one sitting. Hey. Sister husband. Is that like one of those fucking Mormon 7-wife things? What is a sister husband? But thank you. Thank you, Mako Gray Cat. It does sound good. Eat a whole box in one sitting. Screwed up. Yeah, I mean, you did kind of. That's all right. 0 for 5. Good morning, S-Tier Daily Team. Hey, Ryan, who's your favorite Star Wars character? Ahsoka, Sabine Wren, or Bo-Katan?
Oh, my.
Fucking nuke all of them. Nuke all those motherfuckers. Racist, toxic, misogynistic, transphobic fan base. Stop. You're making me blush. Thanks, Glosser. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. My Hollywood insider, codenamed Sparrow, has confirmed George Lucas stormed into Lucasfilm offices, demanded they remove the sequel trilogy. That's the thing. Like, there are very different things. Like, if you're telling me that they're going to kind of not put as much emphasis on the sequel stories and spin-offs from the, yeah, of course. I think that's like been seen that they're putting less emphasis on that, mostly because there's not a demand for it. The idea that they would erase it from continuity is, I think, ridiculous. You know, not that it wouldn't be a fucking very popular with some people, but Jay, as we just showed, like those pictures from Galaxy's Edge and stuff like that, even though overwhelmingly it has not been as popular as everything, that doesn't mean there's still not people who do like it. And the idea of doing, instead of just focusing on other characters and making other stories with, and even new stories and stuff, and maybe just not focusing on the sequels as much, that could be something you could do without alienating a large portion of your fan base. So I don't know. I just don't find it very believable, including because we've just heard these rumors over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And every time people get worked up and they're like, finally, they've woken up. Every time you're disappointed. Chris Coran, why the fuck isn't Ryan running Lucasfilm, damn it? I don't think I'd do a very good job. U-boat is mine boat. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still holding out hope for a need Star Wars Empire, or for a new Star Wars Empire war game. Sadly, top-down strategy isn't popular as it once was. No, but I mean, there still are people doing mods and stuff for Empire at War. But I don't think the idea of them coming out with a new version is all that possible. Connor's Smug Mug, considering Filoni, Ryan, would you consider him lesser if he was doing the dog or getting done by the dog? Like if he was pitching or catching. I mean, we're talking about extreme levels of degeneracy for both of these things. I think I would think lesser of him if he was getting fucked by the dog, though, instead of doing the fucking. What do you think, Jay?
I'll just go with whatever you said. I don't really want to think about it.
Hey, that's a good way to live your life.
Yeah. Just what did Ryan say? I agree with that.
I said I would think less of Dave Filoni if he was getting fucked by a dog than if he was fucking the dog.
That's my answer to a lot of things. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I heard what you said. I was just like, I don't even want a visual.
Jay, the Odyssey trailer came out.
Yes, it certainly did.
Let's watch it. I haven't seen this yet at all.
Tell me what you remember.
A wife. A son.
And then what?
We won the war. Help me go home.
This is a household waiting for master. I want you to choose me.
Ithaca's king is coming back.
No, he's not.
Elliot Page.
What do you do if he came back here? All these suitors in his house.
That was John Leguizamo. Ugh.
Hey, you didn't even know. Like some sniveling bastard.
Wait, did he just say you're pining for a daddy? Is that what he said?
Yeah, it's
look, I actually Anne Hathaway's Odysseus's wife, Tom Holland's his son, Robert Pattinson's playing, one of the suitors who's trying to marry him to take over the kingdom, because Odysseus is gone, been gone for a decade. I hate that line. You're pining for a daddy. I hate that line in the Odyssey. Come on. Nolan.
You're pining for a daddy. You didn't even know. Like some sniveling bastard.
Who's looking after your wife and son?
Do you see?
My dad is coming home.
Bringing vengeance.
Bringing it all.
Let's go!
it just.
I need everyone at this party dead.
I can still save them.
You're a man who needs to control his fate. But you cannot control this. That world is gone.
No one could stand between me and home. Not even the gods.
Keep us straight!
I think it's asleep.
So I actually think most of the trailer I don't really have any issues with. I think it's asleep at the end. I did not love the little attempt at humor there. And I despise the line, "You're pining for a daddy." I hate that line so much in the Odyssey. Fuck, I hate that line. Because there's so many better ways that you could phrase that to make it feel like it's reflective of an ancient epic than you're pining for a daddy. I don't mind the sniveling bastard.
It,
All it has to be is like you're desperate for a father you never knew, like a sniveling bastard. Like that's all it has to be. Fuck, man.
it just looks like a. It looks like an Amazon series. Like this is going to be an Amazon series or something. I don't know, man. It just looks kind of mid to me.
But most of it, I don't have too much of a problem with, and is especially setting up with
It's not that I hate it. It's
the
just
entire like the
boring.
entire point of the Odyssey. It is a story about after the war, after the Trojan War, Odysseus trying to get on his way back home, and he gets lost, and he's gone for a decade. Some of that he's fucking other women on islands, but and he does finally realize, hey, I should probably get home. The other part of the story is obviously his wife, and it's a guy that does not have a king currently. And because he's been gone so long, everyone thinks he's not going to be there. And there's people who are desperately trying to marry her so they can take power. So I don't mind them focusing on like kind of those elements of why he's trying to get home and the things that's going on, as opposed to probably some of the more action oriented or like magical oriented shit that we will see. We got a couple glimpses of that. For me, those lines really took me out of it, man. That really took me out.
The trailer didn't really give us too much of what we haven't already seen, honestly. And I wasn't like overly excited about this film to begin with. Just not my cup of tea. This just looked I don't know, man. It just looks, the dialogue and even like those giants just walking, just everything looks stiff and forced.
Stiff and forced, huh?
That's it. It's stiff and forced. That's what it looked like to me. So I don't know. I hope people
sounds like Dave Filoni with dogs.
I hope the trailer did something for them, and they're probably gonna see it no matter what, because it is the Odyssey with Matt Damon. But yeah, I don't know. Look a little.
That line shocked me.
Pining for a daddy.
You're pining for a daddy that you never knew. Bro, from
Spider-Man,
2,000 years, he might as well have just been like, he might as well have just pulled out a fucking cell phone. Like,
yeah, exactly.
What? That's I don't mind the like him shit talking him like that. It should happen. That'd be good, but it has to fit within the scope of when we're experiencing this story.
Pining for a daddy, boy. I could be your daddy.
That pisses me off, man.
D-Day Cobra mostly affected.
Mostly. Frank Casamento. Well, guys, been watching the whole stream. Just got notification you guys are live at 11:35. Good job, YouTube. Well, better late than never, I suppose. Vlad the Man. Hello. To brighten up the mood, Jay, have you heard polar bears are black and black people are actually white?
Sure. Whatever Ryan says, I agree with.
I was never in like, I never tried to say that polar bears don't have black skin. My contention is the whole white fur thing.
That was a whole translucent fur that reflect off the white snow that made their fur look white. And I'm like, I saw a polar bear in a zoo around green.
Right.
On like green bushes and stuff, and their fur didn't look green to me.
Correct. And what it actually is because there's like a translucent, because it's translucent and the way the light hits it, regardless in whatever fucking light they're viewed in, the way the light hits it to the human eye, we see it as white. So do you know what that means? It's fucking white, because that's how your eyes do everything.
Yeah.
That's how we perceive everything. It's because of the way that our eyes are able to fucking perceive and translate light. So yeah, fuck that shit. Polar bears are white as fuck. Magasandra, still Sandstorm. Feliz Cinco. Ryan and Star Wars Theory should team up to run Lucasfilm. Jay's a cutie.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, Ryan in your profile pic with Yellow Flash, I see.
It is. I think you're her profile picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
I got YouTube. Thanks, Sandstorm. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Jay's the kind of guy who would lose his Rumble wallet and look under the couch for it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Tobias Nexus. Oh, yes. Let's put AI in charge of people's money. Nothing's ever gone wrong with AI in charge of something in the history of computers. Yeah, like YouTube channels getting demonetized.
Yeah.
Carl, if they don't want whites eating Mexican food, then Mexicans can't use ingredients white brought from Europe. No chicken, beef, or cheese. I don't think anybody wants this to happen, Carl. Let's just all eat whatever we want. Ryan, message you on Instagram. Jay, you coming? I'll take a look, Stormberger. I am making no promises of coming, just so you know. Because East Orlando might be a little bit of a drive from me. And I do have other stuff going on. George Ramirez, Feliz Cinco de Mayo y Martes de Taco desde Puerto Rico. Thank you. Happy Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday from Puerto Rico. The Skeleton King for 2. Ryan, would you ever make a guest appearance on WED? What's WED? Wednesday? Like, for this stream? It's my fucking day off. Hayden Wayne, damn it. Guess I'm going to get a breakfast burrito from a food truck now.
Hey, there you
go. To the one
man.
with the white guys. They don't skimp on the bacon. Look, there's plenty of Mexican food trucks and Mexican places that fucking primo breakfast burritos, bro. Have you pining for your daddy in the Odyssey? Pattinson, my name is Antinous, but you can call me Anti-Daddy. Mexarage, why does it look like everything is so small? I don't know. Well, maybe it's because you're watching on a cell phone, Mexarage. Cable Watson, Jay, I'm pining for you, Daddy. Join me in the hot tub.
Whoa. Hey.
So
Take it
weird.
easy.
Connor's Smug Mug. So Black Agamemnon alongside Cal Speak. Have a great day, everyone. Wait, is it Agamemnon black in it? Was that who that black guy was?
I don't know.
I don't know what all the castings are yet.
I haven't seen an Elliot Page sighting either.
I'm telling you, the fucking
Cyclops?
The Cyclops. The Cyclops. Like, why not? One more thing to talk about. One more thing to talk about today is there's some Hollywood insiders that do not have the biggest hopes for Supergirl and the DC universe. And look, we've been talking about this for a while, Jay, especially after CinemaCon was an opportunity to kind of turn things around in terms of the hype for Supergirl and what's coming next in James Gunn's universe. And we talked about it when it happened. Even all the Hollywood insiders, the ones who have been sucking off James Gunn and defending Superman for the past year, even they had to admit that, like, the DC presentation at CinemaCon was by far the worst and most disappointing, that there's just nothing there. And that Supergirl just doesn't look like it's anything to be excited for. And when you're coming off the disappointment of Superman that they tried to spin as a massive success, and then the miserable flop and terrible reception for Peacemaker Season 2, which once again is indication that Superman didn't generate a lot of actual hype for the universe, despite what the trades and so many DC shills on Twitter were trying to claim. With Supergirl coming up next, it looks like it has a lot of work. And now people are talking about just how poorly they think it might perform at the box office. So this is Matthew Bellani and Scott Mendelson, of all people. Both people with connections in the industry and stuff like that. Matthew Bellani, who runs the Puck newsletter, former editor of the Hollywood Reporter, stuff like that. Just kind of giving their takes on what their excitement level is for this and how they think it's going to perform. I was open to it. I enjoyed Superman last summer. It got to 618 million worldwide, but the footage they showed at CinemaCon, not great. Seems like lesser and kind of, milking an IP. So I'm dropping this to a 2. Now, what they're talking about, too, is they're like rating their excitement levels or confidence levels and how they think they're going to perform, by the way. They did acknowledge the film looks expensive. The production value was there, but it felt very chaotic and busy in a way that just let them breathe. Bellani's response was brutally simple when he just said lame. And Mendelsohn didn't push back, just said, yeah. And then they talk about how they think it's going to do at the theaters. Where was it? Fuck. Here it is. I think we're looking at 300 to 350 million for this, which is, I think, half of Superman. Not great. So, and these are just a couple guys in the industry who are giving their guesses. This is not official box office projections, but honestly, 350 million is right where I put it. And I think it's right around where you put it as well, Jay. Where did you think this movie's going to do?
300.
Yeah. And I will say, when it comes to the headline and the idea of it losing $200 million, that's something that's being repeated, that if it finishes around that isn't exactly the case, by the way.
So let me just, go ahead. Let me just
go.
say this, movies this year, from what I've noticed, it is, we are like, people don't like the critics, number one. People don't like, people that are making the films, number two. Like, they don't like, no one cares for James Gunn. No one cares for the last two films that have done remarkably well, had some of the highest word of mouth traction. Project Hail Mary and the Michael movie. Michael movie was trashed by critics. It was trashed by it was like, it didn't really, from what I saw, didn't have a lot of, it didn't have like the Burger Kings or the McDonald's or any of that type of promotion like we're seeing with Mandalorian or with like superhero stuff. It didn't have all that stuff, but yet it looks like that movie might actually be close to hitting $1 billion because the word of mouth was so good with that film. Project Hail Mary, another one. So there is no teaser trailers. There is nothing that these people can say or do. There is nothing. People have turned their back on Hollywood. The actors need to shut up, because they're not helping the cause when they come out and say things. The directors don't help their cause. The teaser trailers don't help their cause. It just seems like if any of these movies have somewhat good word of mouth, they'll do well in the theater. That's just what I've seen.
Yeah, and sometimes the critics don't like something the audience does. Something like Project Hail Mary was loved by both and obviously performed very well from what people expected it to do.
But it had a lot of legs, it moved really well. Same with Michael. Michael's just doing like, it's beating expectations. But I think both of them are beating expectations.
Devil Wears Prada 2 had a very good worldwide opening. And I think the key for a lot of these movies are they're focusing it towards their core audience, right? Guess what? It's okay to make a movie that's predominantly for women if that's like the fan base. For Devil Wears Prada, that's certainly the case. It's not okay when you try to market your movie or your IP towards women when your entire fan base is mostly men. And that's one of the problems we've seen with a lot of these superhero
Correct.
movies. Like, is Supergirl going to be a movie that is meant to appeal to women, right? Who aren't going to show up, even if it's a superhero movie that's made to appeal to them. We have seen that consistently. It needs to be a superhero movie that's made to appeal to the core audience, to the fan base, which is predominantly male. I don't know if there's any certainty that that's the case. Now, when they're talking about break-even points, and I saw a lot of people, including this in this headline, saying it could lose $200 million. Just want to be clear. That's people thinking that $500 million is going to be the break-even point for Supergirl. Now, who knows what the actual budget is? We saw those bullshit rumors come out about $100 million. That's not it. But say $500 million is the break-even point at the theaters for this movie, which I don't think is ridiculous. I think would make sense if they had spent maybe $150 million, $100 million to market it. I think it's probably more, but let's just say conservative estimate. If you put $250 million into this thing, then $500 million is your break-even point. If it makes $300 million at the box office, that is not losing $200 million. That would be falling $200 million short of your break even, but it's kind of a misconception that some people have sometimes. If that was the case, then you would get about $150 million back from the theaters for your share of that $300 million, and you would have lost $100 million. But just because something falls $200 million short of breaking even does not mean that they are losing $200 million. Sometimes people could get a little confused with that kind of thing. Either way you look at it, a result like that would be fucking devastating.
Yeah.
For the DCU. There's no doubt about it.
But that's the thing. Like, I know we're a little over time, but even like with this Mandalorian film, they are pulling out everything they can to make this movie successful. They put that Baby Yoda on everything. Bath and Body Works, Crocs, Burger King. I mean, they've got soaps, they've got perfume, they got sprays, they've got celebrations happening at the theme parks now that I've just noticed. They've got all kinds of things that they're pushing. They had a Super Bowl ad that stunk. They're adding all the nostalgia to their their teaser trailers to try to get people in the feels, I guess, to go see this film in the theater. They just released the first 25 minutes to a select group of influencers that are coming out crying, saying, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Star Wars is back. The whole talking points.
Some influencers, yes, but it was also open for anybody to go as well. Like,
okay. So
that 20-minute IMAX screening was not just influencer things.
Okay.
Those are the people that are invited to the premiere who are sitting there and like getting those messages. Yeah.
They're the ones that made the video, I guess. So
yeah.
But yeah, so like they're really like they are doing a lot, and yet still the numbers keep coming back. Probably is only going to do 80 million. It's like they're doing everything in their power. It's like you have to make a movie for the fan base that you have and hope that the word of mouth is good enough that people will go and see it. That's just how it is. That's just how it is now, because no one trusts the critics, no one trusts the media, no one even trusts influencers anymore. They know they're all paid shills. That's just where we're at. So
certainly people are very skeptical of a lot of stuff, but I will say this. I do think to some extent a lot of that stuff still does work on the masses, because I think the public perception overall is that Superman was an okay success, right? Because every mainstream outlet and every fucking one of these big Twitter accounts that just tweets out a bunch of fucking entertainment news, all of them repeated the same talking points, even though Superman didn't break even. They repeated these talking points. Oh, it was actually a big success. And though people who are really desperately paying attention to it, like us, can kind of read between the lines and see what's going on, for a lot of people who are just more casual with it, they don't. It's why they lie about their budgets. And yes, they'll get revealed that they were lying 2 years after the fact, but that's well after all the headlines have come out about how successful a movie was. So there's a reason they're still doing that, but I believe that you're right. It is becoming less and less effective over time. 100%.
I mean, like, real quick, it's just the kind of stuff that just all over my timeline. Look at this. It's like when you go to the movies and watch Mando, take a photo of yourself with the life-size Grogu and then send it to us and you could win a prize. It's like they are pulling out everything to get people in the theaters to win something, to be a part, to show that you went to the movie, to buy the product. They are like,
hey, buy this $600 Grogu doll and take a picture of it, and you might win a $20 prize.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's the marketing for this. It really did hit on the 4th, but it's just yesterday. But it's just like they're doing everything in their power to get people in the seats. So, for this film,
look, if I see any men going to a theater with your fucking Grogu doll, I'm gonna be not trying to be crass. I'm just saying, I hope we get an Aurora. I hope we get an Aurora sequel. All right. If any men go in there with a fucking Grogu doll
and taking selfies.
God.
They even released the Grogu Crocs and Mando Crocs. Maybe people will do the whole thing.
Can you Brain Rot Fest for 5? Can you show a vid of Rachel Zegler at Met Gala? Want your analysis of her mouth and jaw movements.
Oh, did you see that?
I did not. I didn't see any of the Met Gala stuff. I don't particularly want to. I don't know what's going on with Rachel Zegler. I haven't kept up with her. BMC CB for 20. I'm just here for the Supergirl hate. Hey, you got it last night on me and Vera's stream, and you got it today. So we doubled up. I made a promise, BMC. Sometimes I'm late, but got it done. Got it done. But I think, Jay, we're all caught up.
We made it.
Feeling it. Caught up. What do you got going on today?
We freaking made it.
We went late
not-
today.
Yeah, we're a little late. There you go. Because it was a super chat. There you go.
Is that just that's a freeze frame, huh?
Yeah, but there's the whole, video. Is she Zorro? Reverse Zorro? I don't know.
It looks so fucking weird, man.
Met Gala is weird. Like that's just them. They get a chance to show off how freaking weird they are. That's just how it is.
Look, I know that girls when
Here,
they're
I'll send it to your DM so you can watch later.
I know that girls when they're taking pictures, I like they try to do everything they can to make sure the angle's right, like that they put their face in a different. I don't know what the fuck she's doing there. I have no idea. Men, we just take pictures and we're like, wow, we're pretty fucking ugly. That just is what it is, you know. No amount of jaw twisting and fucking posing and putting your hand here, and none of it's gonna fix us. We're just ugly.
Yeah. Anyway, Tuesday night's main event tonight. I'm going out for Mexican. That's what I'm doing today. I've been this whole live stream. It's just I cannot comprehend eating anything else but Mexican food today.
Maybe I'll make some.
I don't even think my body will allow it. If I like show up at a burger place, I'll probably start vomiting and wheezing.
Well, stop that. You would fucking smash a burger right now, liar.
I would, but I'd still go get Mexican.
Yeah, you'd throw up after the fact, so you had room. I don't know what's going on now, but yeah, Tuesday night's main event. I don't know what my plans for the day are. We'll see. I got to go to the gym so that I can eat Mexican food. That's the plan. That's the plan. All right, guys, that is it for us. Thanks for staying for a special edition of Geeks and Gamers Daily, where we went 10 minutes over. Probably because of Odyssey trailer, but who knows?
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it. Have a good one, everybody.
We're out.
Good night.